All right, digging into the tracking button again. We're gonna tap into the log water by ounces consumed. Um, the reason why we put this on here is one, we aren't too good at drinking water. Yeah. Um, so one of the things that I feel this has really been beneficial is one, it brings accountability to your water intake, and it puts in your head uh, a mental note that you need to drink some water. And if you see this on a daily basis, when you see this tracking log, then it's a good mental note and a reminder for you. Um, you don't have to drink water, but we do know that water does help soft tissue and the elasticity of soft tissue and the suppleness, and it really helps to when you're fatigued and your body feels worn out. eh, Adding water to your system is very beneficial in that aspect. You may be fatigued and tired, but at least you're staying hydrated, and that could potentially help you in many ways throughout the day. Um, you also have to take into consideration about water intake, um, of not just drinking water and how much do I drink. Um, that really depends. And when we get into this, the tracking of it, what I've told people is to think about not only like how much water you've consumed at this time of the day, and you may have to increase the amount of water you've consumed, but you also have to think about the weather. Is it hot? Is it cold? Um, the amount of exercise and training that you've had that day. Um, is it is it an intense training? Did you do some climbing in your runs? Did you do an intense weight training workout? If you're playing baseball or an outdoor sport, that sun is beating down on you. And then if it's cold air actually consumes your energy as well. It's not just the sun. So even taking into consideration a day that it's really cold. It could be a day after it rained, and it might be really cold during the winter, and you went out on a run or you went training in your sport. That can really like affect you. And your body does crave hydration during the cold as well, not just during the heat. You also keep in consideration if you're traveling. Sometimes we forget to drink water when we're driving on a long distance trip. And how about airplanes? How about that recycled air? That can't be the best for you. And so keeping yourself hydrated during a flight is really important and key as well. But how much do we drink is has been the answer from a lot of people. And I don't in my perspective and in working with athletes and just everyday people as well, it really comes down to what is best for you. What is I'm a big water drinker, and I drink a lot of water, but it makes me feel really good. And so I consume many bottles of water. I go through probably about no less than 6 bottles a day. I'm just constantly filling it up. Um, but that may decrease when I'm working on people in the office because I forget because I'm so zoned in on working on someone that I forget to drink more water. So I do feel the difference in that, and I feel the effects of that because the next morning I feel really exhausted and tired and drained. So I'm trying to re-up my water intake after. So there's just a lot of factors that play into that. But so on this log, monitor your daily water intake. Maintaining hydration is key to feeling supple. Consider weather conditions, outside temperatures, extent of workout, training, sleep. And when you get into this, uh, this is the amount on an average of the group. Utilize this tool to be able to log the amount of water that intake that you have. Um, so, if you're, some people are drinking, 8 ounces, some are drinking, if you're drinking, you know, eight eight cups a day, that are 8-ounce cups, so that's 64 ounces that you're drinking, and so, um, look at, I mean, Jack is drinking 106 ounces a day, um, but I already know he's a triathlete, he's a runner, he's training out in the heat. It doesn't matter for him. He's out there. He's constantly training, and he sits at a computer for work. So, he's having to keep himself hydrated. And then he's utilizing the VFE 360 Movility app. And so he's having to consume some water for that as well. But he's doing a great job at staying hydrated. And on the average, look how consistent he's staying. He played with it a little bit. It looks like back on August 30th, he uh, consumed 126 ounces. But let's think about August 3rd. I'm almost positive that was when the heat wave was hitting Los Angeles. So he upped that hydration and see. So here's his notes: 126 ounces of water and electrolytes mix. 96 plus degrees a while running. So spot on, exactly what I thought. So this is a really effective way to utilize this tool. So you can check in, it has a check-in date. You check in on this one, the check-in is that you just put the amount of ounces of water that you consumed, okay? So 126 ounces he consumed that day, and then he put his notes, okay? So a really good use of the app, and utilizing a tool that can help him with accountability. And what this does is it may fluctuate for you. So it could fluctuate. And what I mean by fluctuating is, let's say you were consuming, um, you only consumed maybe 16 ounces a day. And you're like, okay, well, how do I feel with just 16 ounces a day? Let me drink a total of, 24 ounces a day, or let's go to 64. So you up it to 64 ounces a day. So it'll jump up, and you do that for maybe 3 days, and you're like, hey, I feel pretty good with 64 ounces a day. Like, I feel a lot better than I did when I only drank 16 ounces a day. So let me keep that consistent there. So maybe you do that for like 7, 8 days, maybe you go a week or two. But point being is that you found an amount of water that actually worked for you. And so you're holding that yourself accountable to that amount throughout the day, and it's making you feel better, okay? It could be that maybe you add another cup and you're like, hey, I feel even better. Okay. But whatever the case is, this may increase, or may increase, or it may decrease. But the the thing is utilizing it as a tool. And when you have a tool, you have to play with it a little bit, and you have to kind of find out, okay, what is best for me? What's not best? I feel too full. This is too much water, and you just have to play with it. You'll find the average that works for you, but always keep in mind all the other uh, things, that factors that are going to play into how much water you need to be drinking that day. When you know that the weather is, there's going to be a heat wave, plan in advance, plan ahead. Get 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 look at the weather forecast app, and plan ahead. Make sure you have water with you. If you know you're going to a location, or some kind of office, or somewhere where there's not going to have a drinking fountain, or there's no access to water, plan ahead. Put some water, prepare some water, a jug or whatever you use, in advance before. Okay. And that way you're not later just going, I'm so thirsty, like I need some water. I'm dying. Yeah. Okay. We don't want you at that point. Okay. Also, don't forget to Um, Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, and continue to to subscribe to the VFE 360 Mobility YouTube channel. All right.